A score of 75 points in Gameweek 5 was enough for a small green arrow, up to 50,000. Trent Alexander-Arnold found his long-awaited first assist of the campaign to help Liverpool get back to winning ways against Bournemouth, while a rare goal from Ezri Konsa made up for Aston Villa's latest clean sheet wipeout. They restricted Wolves to a Gameweek low 0.53 expected goals. There was a full house of returns across the midfield, as Morgan Rogers finally delivered on his promising performances. No player created more big chances than his two during the round, and only Adama Traore, Kyle Walker and James Maddison surpassed his 0.6 expected assist figure. It was a familiar story up front, where Erling Haaland took just 9 minutes to breach Arsenal's defence. The Norwegian racked up a joint leading tally of 6 shots in Gameweek 5, only matched by Brennan Johnson. So we move on to the transfer plans for Gameweek 6, with 3 transfers at my disposal. Fantasy Football Hub's AI still recommends that I sell Wissa to Chris Wood, just as it did last Gameweek. That would have boosted my score, as the Forest striker bagged his 3rd goal of the season from the penalty spot. The fact he's on spot kick duties ahead of Morgan Gibbs-White definitely increases his appeal, but I see a greater upside to Kai Havertz for Arsenal's next 3 fixtures. Additionally, the Hub AI still suggests selling Diogo Jota, who was an unused sub for the win over Bournemouth. I decided to exclude Ebere Eze, since we already know the AI is hot on him, and Bryan Mbeumo is the player it then came back with. With 4 goals already to his name this season, he boasts team-leading tallies of 10 shots, 10 key passes and 8 big chance involvements. So that is a move I'll be looking to make ahead of Brentford's Gameweek 6 fixture swing. Don't forget, you can get personalised AI transfers for your FPL team via the link in the description. I plan to make use of all 3 of my safe transfers this week, with Bukayo Saka set to replace Mo Salah. The Arsenal talisman has applied an assist in each of the opening 5 matches, and offers a small saving on the Egyptian. Liverpool's fixtures begin to toughen up, while the Gunners host promoted sides Leicester and Southampton up next. Whilst I would prefer to buy an Arsenal defender for this run, especially given Gabriel's burst of goal-scoring form, it makes more sense for me to gamble on Kai Havertz, since I need to sell Wissa in order to free up a Brentford slot for Mbeumo. The German has supplied 7 goals and 4 assists in his last 9 Premier League outings at the Emirates, averaging 8 points per game. So Salah, Jota and Wissa to Saka, Mbeumo and Havertz is the plan, with 3 free transfers, and here's how the team is set to line up. Mark Flecken goes in search of his first clean sheet of the season against a struggling West Ham side. The Hammers have scored 5 goals so far, with just 3 teams managing fewer. Only Ipswich have generated fewer big chances than their 7. Registering his first assist of the campaign last game week, Trent Alexander-Arnold leads defenders with 13 key passes. Wolves have racked up just 4.7 expected goals, with only Leicester and Ipswich faring worse. Still without a clean sheet this season, Aston Villa have recorded the 5th lowest expected goals total, behind only Spurs, Forest, Man City and Liverpool. They face an Ipswich side that have mustered up a league-low 3.2 expected goals. Anthony Robinson's total of 7 successful crosses only trails Pedro Porro and Leicester's Victor Christensen among defenders. Fulham have conceded 8 big chances so far, with only Man City and Chelsea allowing fewer. Cole Palmer delivered his 6th goal involvement of the campaign last game week. Only Salah has more among midfielders. His tally of 5 big chances created is on par with Bukayo Saka, and only trails Dwight McNeil with 6. Averaging 6 points per game, Emile Smith-Rowe has amassed a team-leading 1.3 expected goals from 10 shots. Nottingham Forest have shown defensive resilience, ranking 3rd best for expected goals conceded. But no side have attempted more shots from inside the box than Fulham. After a double-figure return last game week, Morgan Rogers has created 4 big chances this season, with only Saka, Palmer and McNeil providing more. Ipswich have conceded a league-high 11.1 expected goals, while only Everton have given up more big chances. There are early doubts over Joao Pedro's fitness after he was reportedly seen leaving the Amex on crutches following his cameo against Forest. But I was set on leaving him on the bench regardless this game week, so it won't change my plans too much either way. Arsenal's offensive prowess hasn't really been on display in the last 2 game weeks, where they've shown defensive resilience against Spurs and Man City. But they've scored 29 goals in 11 home matches this calendar year, an average of 2.6 per game. Leicester have given up 62 shots from inside the box this season, with only West Ham allowing more. Those numbers offer encouragement for Bukayo Saka as an alternative captaincy pick. He's yet to blank this season and produced 7 goals and 7 assists across his 16 home outings last season, averaging 6.3 points per game. But there's very little incentive to take the armband away from Erling Haaland, after he bagged his 10th goal in 5 matches last game week. Newcastle haven't been up to their usual standards this season, with just 5 teams conceding more than their 8.5 expected goals. They faced a league-high average of 19.5 shots per game at home. This team has a 93% rating via Fantasy Football Hub. You can get your team rated by AI for free via the link in the description. And I'd also recommend taking advantage of their 50% off discount, as this is the final week before the offer runs out. Click the link in the description and sign up today. All the data included in this video is available on the Hub Opta Stats tool.